And welcome back to another Java tutorial. My name is Kelvin from Firehawk Productions. In the last tutorial, I taught you how to write methods, such as the ones written here. We had a subtract method as well as an add method. And in this tutorial, I will be teaching you more advanced methods as well as the introduction to the if statement. So as always, let's create a new class for that. I'm just going to name my class if statement example. All right, before I begin, I just want to tell you guys a little thing called comments. Whenever you program, it's always important to include comments in your code, because if someone were to take a look at your code, then they would see these comments and know exactly what your code is going to do. So in Java, there's two ways to write comments. You can either have a single line comment, which is denoted by 2 slashes, and in Eclipse, comments are always in green. So if I type in, this is an example comment, you notice how it's green, and if I press enter, and I type something else, like this is not an example comment, that's clearly not a comment. And so there's another kind of comment known as a multi-line comment. And to do that, you just do slash star, and we'll just type in something like this is another line of comment. And whenever you want to end a multi-line comment, so let's say if I want to have another line of comment, you just press enter on Eclipse because it automatically fills it in for you. So this is another line. And in order to end a multi-line comment, in the end, you just type in star slash, such as this. So that's how you make a multi-line comment. All right, so let's give our class a more descriptive, comment section. So I'm just gonna write, this class is meant to teach users how to use the if statement. All right. So as we always do, start with the main method, public static void main. All right, and for these brackets, in order for it to not be confusing, I'm just going to type in end class. And for this bracket here, I'm just going to type in end main method, so that I know where my main method ends. Okay. Now within the main method, let's do a really, really simple if statement. So let's do something like, we're going to define the variable x as 5. And a very simple if statement would be like, if x is less than 10, then I don't know, system.out.println this number is less than 10. So let me explain to you what this means. You have the if statement right here, and then you'll notice that there's brackets, and inside you'll see x less than 10. What this means is, the if statement is just a condition that if the condition is met, then whatever's inside these curly brackets, it will run. So in this case, we said if, and the condition in these brackets is if x is less than 10, then you print this number is less than 10. That's a very simple if statement. So let's see if the program will print this number is less than 10. So we're going to try to run it, press OK. This number is less than 10. And now what if it's greater? Let's try greater. Let's try if it's like 12. Save. Run. It doesn't print anything because the number is greater than 10. Okay, so what if the number was greater than 10 and I wanted to print this number is greater than 10? Then it's really simple. I'm going to introduce to you something called the else statement. So if else is something that goes together. So right here we have if x is less than 10, then print out this number is less than 10. And then in the next line, you can say else, brackets, system.out.println, this number is greater than 10. And there, now we have, so in this program, the program will either print out this number is less than 10 or the number is greater than 10. So since we defined x as 12, we should be seeing the program print this number is greater than 10. Let's see if that's the case. The number is greater than 10. All right, so that's a very simple if-else statement. Okay, you technically don't need to put these curly brackets if your if statement is only one line. So in this case, we see it as only one line of code. We can just remove these curly brackets. Same thing goes with the else. So we can remove these curly brackets. And your program should look like this. If x is less than 10, print out this number is less than 10. Else, print out number is greater than 10. But what if I want a third kind of condition? What if the number itself is 10? If the number was 10, then it would print this number is greater than 10, which is not true because the number is 10. And why would it print this statement? Well, it's because your first condition is if x is less than 10. Is x less than 10? No. Therefore, it would print this statement right here. So what if x was 10 and we wanted to print the number is 10? Then there's also a third kind of if statement called an else if. And an else if is just written like this, else if, and you also have to put a condition, and our condition is if x equals 10. So in order to do that, you have to type in x equals 10. And then since our print statement is only one line, you don't need to put curly brackets. You can just put system.out.println, this number is 10. All right, so let me explain to you what this means. You'll probably wonder, why do you need two equal signs? Why can't you just put one? Well, if you just put one, then Java's going to tell you, hey, dude, that's not correct, because remember in our earlier videos we learned something called a Boolean, and so a single equal sign is only for Booleans. So something like let's say we create a Boolean, like Boolean I don't know, y equals true. All right, and if you put in your condition here, if y equals true, then that would be okay, because a single equal sign is only for Booleans. So that's how it works. As for integers, doubles, etc., you would need to put two equal signs, equal 10. And let me erase this because we're not using this. And there. So you've learned the if and else if as well as the else. So okay, let me explain to you what the entire thing means. So we define x as 10, and our first statement is if x is less than 10, print out that this number is less than 10. Else, if x is equal to 10, then system.out.println, this number is 10. Else, so else just means the only thing left, and the only thing left is if x is greater than 10, and then it'll print this number is greater than 10. Okay, so let's see if that's true. I'm gonna try running this program, and as we expect, it should print out this number is 10. This number is 10. Perfect. So what we have here is correct. Anyways, that's all for this video. In the next tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to write more advanced methods. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you all next video.